company in Bristol has developed a new way of coating lithium-ion electrodes that could dramatically reduce the cost and carbon footprint of making EV batteries.
The way that electrodes for lithium-ion cells have been made since lithium-ion cells were commercialised 40 years ago is by depositing an ink of active materials on metal foils. Those are then dried in ovens, and those electrodes are then chopped into pieces and rolled up or folded up with separators and the other things that need to go into a cell to make a lithium-ion cell. What we do is we have a process of sticking the active materials to the foils to make the same format of electrode, but we don't use solvent in that coating process, which means we don't need great big ovens, which means we save a lot of energy, we don't need nearly as much of equipment, and the whole process is a lot less costly and more environmentally friendly.
From the customer's point of view, this is really important because you're producing these materials at scale. And so actually driving out any amount of energy, driving out any amount of carbon production is massively valuable. We're actually reducing the cost of cells by around 30% by removing the cost of removing solvents during the electrode coating process.
Anaphite had initially developed an innovative chemical process to improve the performance of batteries. It was only after they took part in TDAP, the forerunner to the Mobilise programme, that they found a better market opportunity.
We made an assumption that Anaphite's materials were best applied for the performance of battery materials. But actually what we realised and what we wanted to do through TDAP was actually look at applying our technology for dry coating, which is much more about driving cost out of the production of electrodes and driving out nasty solvents and driving out energy out of the process itself.
The Mobilise programme helps early-stage companies with innovative technology shape their offering to be the best market fit for the automotive sector.
Well, we found it hugely valuable. The business proposition that was the subject of TDAP was the technology area and the market opportunity that we used to raise £10.4 million in the summer of 2024. That then allowed us to double the number of employees and triple the amount of space that we have.
Since taking part in TDAP, Anaphite have increased their staff from 25 to 45 employees, invested in a new 57 square metre dry room, built a new cell testing lab and provided space for scale-up equipment. TDAP provided them with funding and a structured project framework to take a step back from the business and investigate their best route to market.
The main thing for us was being able to think about our technology in a different aspect, giving ourselves the space to be able to look at dry coating without saying we're pivoting the whole company to look at this. It just happened to turn out that it was the perfect application of the Anaphite technology.
Like many technology startups, Anaphite was founded by two friends who met at university. The real value of Mobilise is helping good ideas germinate into viable growing businesses.
A lot of what TDAP does is actually help people with that creation, turning 2 or 3 people working together into something that is a sustainable business. So that well-structured journey, of which TDAP is the first step, I think is massively important.
To find out more about Anaphite's unique dry coating technology for electrode manufacturing and how the Mobilise programme could help your startup, visit apcuk.co.uk.